So hello, welcome once again here on the channel, and today is a little bit different. I'm going to do a test on the back of a video that I saw. A good friend of the channel, Gavin HR, did a video about sports mode and how the obstacle avoidance will still work on the return to home. This test is slightly different because I'm going to test all three modes, and I'm also going to turn off the obstacle avoidance on purpose just to see if it comes back on and whether the obstacle avoidance still works. So let's do this. So there we go, out on location. Today we've got the trusted Mini 3 Pro. That's what we're going to use today for this test. So without further ado, let's get it up in the air and get this test underway. So there she goes. Okay, so as you can see, we're in normal mode, cine mode. We'll do it in cine mode first. Now, as you know, when you first take off, it doesn't matter which mode you're in, it would always revert back to normal mode. So cine mode, as you can see, obstacle avoidance is on. So what we're going to do is I'm going to tap the three dots and we're going to turn off obstacle avoidance, and we're going to fly out a little bit, and we're just going to see exactly what happens. We'll take it up. Not going to go too far, just enough to get a return to home. And I want you to keep your eye on that red indicator just there, and that will hopefully, when we hit the return to home, it will go white, which means that obstacle avoidance is turned back on during return to home. So that will do a couple of 100 meters, hit return to home. And as you can see, that obstacle avoidance has come on, which is a very, very handy feature. Now that's cine mode. It actually came up and asked me to calibrate the compass on the controller. I'm just going to cancel that because we know that it's come back on, and that's in cine mode. So just switch back now to normal mode, and as you can see, the obstacle avoidance is turned off. Let me have a look where we're at. I don't want to be crashing down onto my car. Okay. Now, I'm not going to fly in towards any power lines or anything like that. We did that test a few weeks ago, as you saw on the video. I'll leave a card up there if you didn't see that. That was all about the brake sensitivity. Okay, so we're in normal mode. Let's fly out once again. As you can see, obstacle avoidance is still off. That'll do us. We don't need to go too far out. It's just a simple test, and you can see that red indicator is telling us that obstacle avoidance is off. This time we'll press the button on the remote controller, spinning round. Yeah, I reckon the compass calibration wants doing. I should do that after this test. And as you can see, that obstacle avoidance has now turned itself on. I'm just going to cancel that. So that's in normal mode. So this is quite a very good feature that DJI have built into their return to home. Any drone that's got the obstacle avoidance on, if you've got it turned off, when you hit return to home, it's going to turn on. So we're in sports mode now, as you can see just there, and same thing again, we're just going to initiate return to home, and instantly you can see that that light has lit up, telling us that that is on. It's showing off, look, in the menu, but as you can see up there in the top corner, that obstacle avoidance is on. I think this is a fantastic feature, I really do. Okay, let's just drop him down a little bit. Back into normal mode. I absolutely think this is, like I've just said, an absolute brilliant feature with that obstacle avoidance not on, as you can see. And as soon as we initiate return to home, it pops on. So quickly looking at the flight data from airdata.com, you can see just here where I changed the mode into cine mode, and they call it tripod mode, as you can see just there. And then if we look a little bit later, when I hit return to home, see it's actually named as a mode change to go to home or go home. Now a lot of people are suggesting that the drone goes back into normal mode, and this is not the case. It's actually, you can see in the next couple of shots, this works for both normal mode and for sports mode. So this is where I changed from a tripod or cine mode into normal mode, and they call it P mode, that's the old terminology. But as you can see there, it puts it into go home from P mode, which is obviously normal mode. Same for sports mode as well, it does exactly the same. So you can see where I've changed from normal mode to sports mode, and then if we look at the return to home, you'll see that it does actually put it into go home mode. So it's all the same for all the different scenarios. It'd be interesting actually just to fly it towards something in the way, but I'm in open space just here, so unless I fly it into myself, which I'm not going to do. So like I say, I think that's a fantastic feature, I really do. We'll cancel that and we'll land it manually. Don't forget, you can always cancel your return to home, and if you want to fly it down manually once it's above you, that's the best thing in my opinion, and hand catch it. So there we go. I think we'll wrap that test up and we'll call that one a winner. So there we go, that's the test complete. I actually think that's a really useful feature. Not that you would turn obstacle avoidance off, but if you was in sports mode, as Gavin showed you before, obstacle avoidance does work. And I just wanted to come out and test it, and just to see if you actually turn obstacle avoidance off, whether it would come back on in the event of return to home. And as you saw just there, all three modes, it does exactly the same thing. As soon as you hit return to home, obstacle avoidance comes on and those sensors are kicked in. It's all to do about the smart return to home feature, how it can avoid things on the way back. So hope you found the video useful, you've got something out of it, and if you have, don't forget, give us a thumbs up. And if you're new around here, why don't you consider subscribing, dinging the dong and all the rest of it that goes with it. We will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.